If you can't afford to buy this many pencils, don't worry. You can still draw as long as you have these colors. You can just use these pencils to create all the colors you need. Here are some color combinations you can use to expand your palette with these pencils. These are just basic combinations, and there are still many more colors you can create. Use this as a guide when you want to create a different color combinations. Here's how I apply these color combinations when coloring skin tones. By mixing 70% magenta, 50% cyan, and 100% yellow, we can create a brown color. Here's a quick example of how I use it. First, I layer the magenta on the shadows and mid-tone areas of the skin. I always use light pressure during this step to easily adjust the amount of pigment needed, as much as possible. I encourage you to sharpen your pencil so you can have a finer pigments on your paper. Next, I layer the cyan to continue building up the skin tone. Here, I adjust the pressure depending on how well the previous layer blends. You can repeat overlaying the magenta and cyan multiple times to achieve your desired color pigmentation. Just remember not to overdo it, as each layer adds more thickness to the surface. I use yellow to slightly burnish the layered colors together. Make sure not to apply too much pressure during this step, as it will make it easier to adjust and refine the skin tone later. If you're still not satisfied with the skin tone color, you can repeat the steps or adjust the color intensity based on your preference. Finally, I use a white pencil to further blend the colors, applying it to the highlighted areas of the drawing. When using the white pencil, I apply firm pressure to ensure the layered colors blend fully. This step is optional, but you can use black to darken the deepest parts of the skin tone. You can also experiment with different combinations to create various skin tone colors. As I mentioned before, there are so many colors you can create with this palette. This tutorial video is for artists who can't yet afford to buy a full set of colored pencils. Of course, it's always better to have a lot of color options when creating art, but I'm just showing you that you can still create something with a limited supply.